Today I'm going to talk about Tic Tac Wheels. Now previously we've always recommended the 12-inch silent spinner wheels, and we've used them in our cages for many years, but we found with Matilda and her two babies they like to get in the wheel together and the silent spinner keeps coming apart, and one day Matilda was running around with the spindle from the middle of the wheel in her mouth, tossing it about in the air and kicking it around like a football. So we thought this really isn't good enough. We're going to have to look for a more reliable wheel. So I was talking to Sarah, my friend, and she does a lot of research for me, and she has a bit more time than I do to go on to the Facebook pages, and she suggested Tic Tac Wheels. Now about a year ago I do remember seeing the pygmy hedgehogs on the Tic Tac wheels, but I didn't pay much attention because we weren't really looking for a wheel at the time. Anyway, I decided I would go on to my Facebook groups, the ones I don't go on to very often, and ask them questions, and immediately, within minutes, I got people coming back to me saying, yes, we have the wheel, we have a 14-inch wheel or a 16-inch wheel, our rats love it, we love it. They were posting pictures and videos. And it was the same on every rat group that I asked on. So I got in contact with Claire and we decided, although it sounds a bit expensive getting the metal wheels, it's worth every penny because they are much stronger than the plastic wheels. They're guaranteed 100% non-toxic, the paint, the metal, plastic and everything. And they are so well made, and this is the first wheel I've had that is guaranteed absolutely silent. The ball bearing system is wonderful. The only thing you're going to hear is a little tip tap of your rat's nails as they go around. And there's some other features I will show you in a minute, but let me just move the camera before I forget so that you can actually see the whole wheel and see if I can pan the right way. Yes. There we go. So there is the whole wheel. On the left is the 14-inch metal wheel on the left, the one that we're keeping for our rats, and on the right is one of the pygmy hedgehog plastic wheels, which is going to one of my friends to test. So anyway, before I talk a bit more about the wheels, I just wanted to mention Claire. And Claire, she started her company 3 years ago making the plastic bucket wheels for African pygmy hedgehogs. She had some requests from people who knew that she was good at making things, because Claire's background is in teaching DIY, so she was teaching lessons in do-it-yourself projects. So she not only could work out how to make the wheel, but she could do the whole thing from the design process to the finished project. Now obviously these worked out really well because they led to further requests through Facebook animal sites for Claire to design a silent chew-proof metal wheel for degus, because at the time it was difficult to find anything suitable in the UK for degus. Now Tic Tac Wheels the company has been built entirely on reputation alone. Claire hasn't paid for any advertising at all, so it just tells you how highly regarded Tic Tac Wheels are becoming, that virtually every animal site you go on, if you ask about Tic Tac Wheels, someone will come back and tell you, yes, we have a wheel, or we've heard of the wheels. So I think that's really good, that Claire is very enterprising and a very clever lady, and to produce a wheel of this quality is absolutely fantastic. So I think, that they are absolutely wonderful, and another bonus is they come in such beautiful bright colours. The shades are slightly different on the metal wheels to the plastic wheels, but of course I was going to have purple, but I think that we will get a second wheel, because originally we intended to have the wheel as a floor toy and then put it into the cage when the rats had got used to it, because Primmy's very nervous, and if we'd put this great big wheel straight into her cage she would have freaked out. But she did freak out when she saw it, but she's fine with it now. And Violet loved it from the very beginning. So you can get these metal wheels with either the metal frame, you can get some plastic frame ones, but I'd recommend for rats the actual metal frame. Or you can have a bracket, or you can have both. If you spend a few pounds more, you can have both. And you can also spend a few more pounds and get a little meter for the back, which I'll show you in a minute. So, I think they are wonderful. They're worth absolutely every penny. I have never seen a wheel. Let me take move this one here, and you see they really are sudden. I'll move this one because it's closer to me. no squeaking, no funny noises. Absolutely lovely. Just the same with the metal one. You do have to be careful how you clean the wheels. You mustn't get the ball bearings wet, but there is advice on YouTube videos and on Claire's Facebook page. Claire also has a website, so you can go to that and get more information about the different wheels. But I think I'm very, very happy with them. So our 14-inch wheel is going to stay as a floor toy, and we're going to get another wheel, probably in another colour as the colours are so pretty, which we will fasten into the cage with an actual bracket. We will have to rearrange the cage. As you can see, that's the doors of the Savick Royal Suite 95 behind, and you can see how big that wheel actually is. Now for our little girl rats, now Misty Blue on the wheel there, she is about the same size as a female rat, a large female rat. That is fine for her. You can get a couple of rats on there quite easily, but we would definitely go for the 16-inch wheel if you've got lots of rats that are going to pile on together, or especially for boys. Our boys were very huge, and we would definitely have wanted a 16-inch wheel for our boys. So I think, you know, you won't find a better quality wheel. 100% non-toxic, pretty, silent. What more could you ask for? Well made. And I think it's just wonderful that Claire has got such a good reputation just by word of mouth, and that is the way to get noticed, when people love your product so much that they're going to advertise it for you for free. So I think as well, I would just mention quickly that Claire did supply a wheel for Tintin, the red squirrel. Now he was a little squirrel who has a YouTube channel who got injured as a baby and rescued, so you can follow his adventures on YouTube and hopefully at some time see Tintin in his little wheel. Now I'm just going to turn this wheel around. They're both the same at the back. I'm purely moving this one because it's a lot lighter and my wrists are quite weak, but you can see the back here. Now the metal wheel has a metal cover around the back, but you can see on this one it's a little plastic wheel here, so everything is enclosed there. As I said before, you must be careful not to get the ball bearings wet, but wonderful. So you can actually see the workings of it. Now here, this is the other little thing I wanted to show you, is this little meter here, which you can also buy extra for a few pounds. Now we could not leave the meter on if this was actually in the rat cage, but when we get another wheel we will have one without the meter. Now what is lovely about this is you can find out how fast and how far your animal has travelled. Now Claire was telling me that she recorded 8 miles in one night for her pygmy hedgehog. So that is amazing. Now obviously we'll never be able to leave the meter in the cage all night, but what we are looking forward to is seeing how fast Violet runs, because if you've seen our video of her slowed down, that was pretty fast. So we're going to be able to record Violet's speed, and then we'll post a video in our Rats on Wheels playlist to actually show you. So yes, I'm just going to turn that back round, but you can see they really are very nice wheels and very nice colours. So that is that. Put our little rat back in, and I'm sure you'll be very, very happy. Now I will just mention as well, if you would like to actually go and see the wheels in person before you buy, then Claire and Tic Tac Wheels will be attending the National Pet Show in London from the 6th to the 7th of May 2017. And she will also be at the National Pet Show in Birmingham from the 4th to the 5th of November 2017. So if you do go along, say hello to Claire for me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get there. Not on the mainland UK, so getting everywhere is quite difficult for me. One day I will get to one of these shows, but go along, say hi to Claire and have a look at these beautiful wheels. So 14-inch for your females, or 16-inch if you've got the room. Definitely a 16-inch metal wheel for your males. Bucket wheel only for the hedgehogs, not suitable for rats apart from the tiniest little baby rat. Completely non-toxic, worth every penny, very good value for money, very strong, silent. What more can I say? They are beautiful wheels, and I'm very happy for Claire that such an enterprising and clever lady has been prompted to make this wheel, but she's gone ahead and she's made beautiful wheels, and I wish her every success for the future.